stuff. So I can still drop to it.
I'd be looking at doing the spine there potentially as well.
Yeah, he had enough pressure on here.
That's what I mean. If you turned your spine to the left while stepping to the right and moving your head to the right, you might. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because now even if you went vertical, you can always collapse it on him. Like that. Yeah. Interesting.
Okay.
Anytime that you feel like you crossed over on the wrong side, think the spine.
Yeah.
It's the fastest defense that it gets into a bad position.
That's moving in without control.
I'm going to switch you guys in a bit. Nice. No, you're coming forward with the offense before the feet. You came off your body. And that's
moving that.
Once again, like both offense and defense, see if you can do the step, then the offense do a step, then the defense. Leave yourself open as you're stepping and leave and hold the offense back as you're stepping.
Right.
And mess with the broken rhythm, but it'll let you see what angle or what option. Okay. Yeah, you're showing it to your opponent before you do it. Right. I have the same issue. Same with you, Hunter. Even the hand shots there. See if you can like take a step and halfway through the step then do the hands, or wait till your foot lands to do the hands. So even if John steps backwards, he'll still be in range and you'll land then. It's the same thing Thompson's working on as well.
I did that without control.
Yeah.
Brought that into my own head.
Once again, if you think retract and keep it, go back to like scratching your chin occasionally. So you can point it away to leave yourself open, but I think you're dropping to rib height a lot to like keep that frame. Okay. But a lot of your back, you sometimes going back into Largo, so you don't need the frame in Largo. Sometimes it's better to have a tighter defense. Good movements from both you guys there.
That was good. Yeah, if I do that quickly enough.
Yeah.
He's getting around that because I'm not taking control.
Even there, it looked like you did like a roof block to like an angle one attack almost, like you turned it from offense to defense to offense. Yeah. But I still think you should go roof block, then a spine, then another spine or roof block. Like chain the defenses, but rotate them more. I think you're still going defense, offense, defense, offense.
Yeah.
See? Yeah, nice. So you're getting closer because you did multiple defenses. But you got to step with every defense. Yeah, there we go. See, now you're getting the forearm connection. Yeah. Just be careful, if you guys get it on each other, be careful of the back of the head because of the mask. Yeah.
Thank you for the low shot.
But see, you both started stepping a bit more there, and you both did more chaining defenses. You immediately got to the forearm position, which means you guys can get to the definitive finishes and the control positions.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. We want the control before the kill. We can already do Largo. We know that.
Yes.
Nice. It's already looking better.
But I really had that. I needed to step with it somehow.
Yeah.
Into it.
Yeah. Actually, once again, if you step towards it, you jam it. Yeah, exactly. And now when it goes, it's really obvious where it's loaded. Yeah.
Now he's coming across.
That's it. At that range, I'm even considering taking my hand off the weapon and using my my thief hand a little bit.
Right.
Because if he's that collapsed, you can almost check it with the left or parry it over or scoop it and like start playing with that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Thief hand, yeah.
Nice, dude. I just want to jump in and spar. Ah, nice. You're both thinking of the follow-ups. It's looking good.
Yeah.
So Hunter's using it and loading it like a pinky, but you're thinking of the spine afterwards. Yeah. Sometimes, John, you may have to pass your hands over your head, like the duck one. Yeah, exactly. Because Hunter's got a bit of height on you, and if he also has the frame, he might be able to overpower you just with the height advantage.
Yeah.
But at that point, whoever's lower actually has the advantage afterwards.
Yeah, I don't want to be using force on force.
Because I did that with Ray. He was over the top of me and powering down into me, so I went okay, and then got to the same position he was in previously, and he just ghosted underneath and ducked me and like gutted me, and I was like, damn it.
Right. Okay.
That's what I was talking about with the posture before.
Not sure what I'll do with his hands. It's a good framework, but it's easy to get shot at.
That's the only problem is that you're putting him in front, right, like that, and because you're framing, you're not retracting it with as you're going forward, and also as you step, he knows it's going to come forward then, because you can't use your feet to retract it, and you've locked your arms, so your arms won't retract it, so it means they become a big target. Yeah. Olé. Because like Ray will occasionally, he'll have like those frames all the time, and it looks like it's here, and then as they go through his hands, he steps forward and pulls it, and then goes back to like the frame again. So he has retracting hands while stepping forward, which is very contradictory, but the timing's really good on it. He does that, like he does the same thing with his stabs, remember? Like he'll be like stabbing, and you go for a deflection, and as you go for a deflection, he will retract it going forward, and then continue. And you're like, oh man, the timing and control.
This shit.
I think, and once again, if you do a roof block, it will pull your hands up. Even if it's just the Benny Hill one, it will bring it up higher. See if you can keep your elbows tucked in and do a Benny Hill for a sec. At least, do more of our elbows on your body. It's hard. I still think that you're doing one or two defenses to deal with Hunter. Then you see an opening and you go back to an attack, even if you're going forward. I think you have to like almost chain like 5, 6, 7 defenses going forward, rotating the defenses but stepping forward with every attack. Eventually, after 3 or 4, like Hunter's going to go back as well when he feels the pressure. But if you can keep moving forward, you might be able to jam him, and then it takes away some of the options. Your defenses seem fine, but he'll endure or do his own moves and defenses, and with the 2 or 3 that you're doing, then when you reach with your offense, then he gets you. So mate, it's nearly always your offense that's creating the hole as you move forward. Hunter, you're doing well though with the Largo and accuracy. Still see if you can step forward occasionally, because the ones that John Umpagadas, you'll be able to land if you do it with the step. I do like what you're doing as well. We're about 10 minutes in. I reckon we'll do another 10 and then maybe switch out to machete, see how it goes with that. Yeah.
I'd like to resolve a bit more of this.
Yeah, that's fine. You can stay on this if you want.
Let me change those to the one that has a guard.
No. It's the only one left. You guys broke all the guards. No. I'm not lending that one anymore, unfortunately.
Are your fingers getting cut?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
He can just do more dangerous stuff if he knows he has more protection.
Yeah, because your thumb sometimes sticks like it now, it's sticking out a bit.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, unfortunately that's my last Suba. Nice. You both pulled that one, that was good. Just made the timing different. Remember, hold the defense and the offense back.
Right.
Both of you guys. The hand stuff is annoying.
Yeah, well,
But hey, if they can hit it, like...
if it's there,
That's it. But that's going to be the main problem with this style of putting it forward with the frames, is the hands that are like the problem. So if you can figure out how to protect your hands properly, then you've gotten rid of one of the hardest problems. That's what I reckon your goal for today should be, just going, can I get forward whilst protecting the hands? Can I get to one of those control positions whilst not letting the hands get hit?
I was going back the other way.
If you guys want, you can also play with the toes or the disparity baiting a little bit as well, just to see what it does to the whole situation. And I mess with the toes and disparity, then go back to the framing and the forward pressure, see what it happens. So I had a lot more success with going forward open than I did going forward closed. Whenever I went forward closed, it created a bubble and pushed people backwards. When I went forward open, they went, oh, idiot, and they went forward towards me as well, and I was like, hell yeah. Like, just gotta be careful, because that's where you get hit the most. But yeah, so play with the toes, do some like tight openings, wider footwork, short shots, play with the speeds, maybe disparity bait for 1 or 2 beats, and then go back to the defense. Yeah, nice. So your head movement and your footwork's just increased a lot, and now your hands look less of a target now. What do you reckon, Hunter? His hands don't look like they're there anymore, do they? You're like, I'll get them.
I should have find something somewhere. Try to move sideways.
Yeah. You started to get a good bump, but then he disconnected his hands to make it so you didn't get the dominance.
Yeah.
But already your hands are now safer because you're not like just forcing the frame style. I think you can't just do the one style, you have to do it depending on the opponent in range. If you get into closer positions, like just then when you guys kind of clashed, you went back to the frame and it helped you, but you switched at the last second, and I think that's what you got to do. You're showing the frame too early and making your hands a target. If that's your normal style where you're kind of bobbing and moving a little bit, you look way more mobile and you're moving like smoother. Your speed's a bit faster, which is more your speed. You don't get caught out then. I reckon then you can pick when to switch to it.
Well, instead of going out and back to here, I'm now going out and just back to here. It's a shorter.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's back to the frame, but not completely.
No, but that looked good. And Hunter's still looking good as well, but it's just taken away the hand options that he had before. But now it looks like you guys are doing all the ranges. Nice.
Jesus,
hey, if you can, why not?
Such an annoying shot.
They're so interesting because like Hunter's now watching going, alright, John's changed his style, what am I going to change?
Ready for baseball.
Nice. It is also interesting seeing the opposite grips, left hand on top, right hand on top, going against each other.
Yeah.
It does change the counters a little bit. Oh, nice, nice.
I was too extended.
No, you got his wrist there.
Yeah, but I felt like something bad could happen.
That's why he got his wrist as well. He extended a lot too.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying before in the park about trying to do smaller movements and like almost abanicoing onto their wrist instead of trying to bump so high. Because when I overly try to bump them, I extend too much.
Yeah.
Oh, if I bump them, I'm gonna do it more with my footwork than my arms, and then keep the arms into tighter, smaller movements.
Yeah.
But I like what you guys are trying and doing. You're not just feeding and you're making it realistic and not hurting each other. Pardon me. Nice, nice.
Good bait.
Yeah. You know what? That's what we're talking about with the pivot. When you pivoted, it released some of the pressure.
Right.
Yeah, I think you have to keep going forward. You did 2 forward ones and it kept the pressure on both. When you pivoted, it released and that's when you came down.
Okay.
So I'm like, I think the pivots are good for keeping the angles and defense as good as you're applying pressure with the footwork, but once you make the connection, I think it's drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like that one though, he had the upper hand.
Oh,
like it was
yeah.
started. It felt like pressure against pressure.
Yeah. Well, see if you can pivot on the spot or even pivot forward instead of retracting. I know it's hard. I have the same issue as well. I'm retracting too much off my pivots. I need to make it a forward movement. Think the front Dorello lines instead of the back or sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually wondering, I was like, when is he going to switch to the one-handed style?
And there it is.
Yeah, especially because John's coming forward, and the downside of the one-handed style is people back off. And if John's already coming forward, you're like, well, why not?
Yeah.
If at any point John goes nut and doesn't look like he likes it, and he starts creating a lot of space, then go back to two-hand to invite him in. Then you can switch back to one again. But yeah, play around with it. Hell yeah. Be careful of the power, but also think like Harada style stuff a little bit like more twirls to take the pressure.
That was more the fish gather style, which
Yeah.
if you're in front.
Yeah. It's so big, whipping the tip in is such a pain.
Yeah.
That's it. But the second John's behind the tip with his two hands, you're really open, so you gotta be careful. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, good timing going back to double. That was nice, guys, both of you.
That was emotion.
Yeah. And it's all in the feet. That's it.
That made it stacking.
That's it. Hold the offense and defense back a bit. Step a little deeper, both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is looking good, though. Oh, that's why you're doing the right hand on top, because it lets you fight one-handed. I see. I was like, that's why you switched. that actually makes sense. That's a good switch. Oh, I ducked into it. Yeah, good. That was a good misdirection because you did one angle first,
Yeah,
then you
go
Abanicoed it. But you made John commit with the first movement. Once again, hold the defense back a bit more, John.
Right.
Because you committed to that, he could pick the angle.
Yeah.
So it's like, still see if you can like go halfway, and then that way it'll be easier to come back if you need.
Keep moving.
And if you can't roll back defensively, still think spine. Because the spine's a quicker response if that happens.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard though. That was well timed though, Hunter. 20 minutes in, we're in another 5.
Yeah, okay.
This has been beneficial. This is good.
Yeah,
I just think it'd be good to try machete or bolo just to see what changes a little bit, if anything.
Yeah.
Unless
starting to feel at least safer behind it.
Yeah, you look both really comfortable coming into range and being in range from multiple now. Like that's why you're actually both getting into forearm clashes and getting into the corner range. Because if you both aren't comfortable with the defense, someone's always running away backwards and it just stays Largo. But we've done Largo for ages, let's get in there.
Yay!
As long as your opponent's not like smashing you and trying to break your collarbone or something. Alright, 3 minutes left. I gotta say, you're pretty accurate with the one-handed, like hand stabs. It's good.
Like my job,
Yeah.
I have this big like scraping, you know, with like the big just flat bits at the end.
Oh, yeah.
It's like imagine like a big mace, and I only ever do it with one hand.
Oh, nice.
That's why
Can you get hobbies like other people? Like,
That's good. It's like bartenders use a bar blade to do karambit twirls. Like you've adapted something in your job for it. Nice.
right?
2 minutes. Yeah, so a little bit of tape came flying off.
I thought you were faking that.
Oh no, I was looking at the tape.
No.
Was that off the sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this stuff.
That's right, that'll happen.
I thought you were trying to make us go and check out over there, and I thought there's no way I'm looking at
The
it.
misdirection. No, it's good you kept going.
Yeah, it's not falling for that.
Oh, 90 seconds.
Not the elbow.
The elbow's so annoying. John has the PTSD from those. One minute. You're both trying to get the forearms in this good. $30 seconds. Ten seconds, not too hard. Dun, 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 dun. And break. Nice guys. Legends. That was really good.